Okay, we're looking at notes 2-1, solve and write two-step equations. It's for you guys that were absent or going on, so I want you to follow through the notes. We're going to do all 1 through 9 together. You can pause and start and stop the video at your convenience, what would help you. So look at number 1. Okay, always when we were solving equations, we went ahead and drew the line down the equal sign. Okay, we're solving for the letter that is not with the numbers. We're solving for specifically y in this case. So we need to move everything away from it. We have to do that piece by piece. It's a two-step equation. So the first piece is we move the 1 away. So we subtract 1 from both sides. Remember, it's still what we do to one side, we got to do to the other. So 13 minus 1 is 12. This is canceled, and then it drops down 4y. Well, we still need to solve for y. So 4 and y are multiplying, so the opposite is to divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 4, and we're going to get y equals 3. So one step at a time, we solve one step, the first step, and then you readjust and solve the second step. So let's look at number 2. Okay, number 2 is 6x plus 2 is 20 equals 26. Okay, so we're solving for x. 6 and x are multiplying, and then we have adding 2. So we're going to take away that 2 first. So it's our easiest. Minus 2. So the opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. Cancel. We have 6x. 26 minus 2 is 24. Okay, 6 and x are multiplying, so the opposite of multiply is to divide, so we're going to divide both sides by 6. That's going to cancel each other out. It's going to leave me x equals 24 divided by 6, which is 4. There's our answer to that one. Okay, on this one they try to get a little tricky. They kind of reverse what's on the left and what's on the right. Still going to draw that line down my equal side, still trying to keep my balance here. We're going to solve for k this time, so I got to move everything away first. So I'm going to move these 7 first. It's adding 7, so the opposite of adding 7 is subtracting 7. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So that leaves me 5k equals negative 3 minus 7. Okay, well, leave, change, leave, change gives me same sign, add and keep the sign, which is negative 10. Negative 3 minus 7 is negative 10. Okay, we're solving for k. 5 and k are multiplying, so the opposite is to divide. We got to divide both sides by that same 5. That's going to cancel. It's going to leave me k on the right. Negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2. And we can check this. If we were to go back and put this back in the top, we could say negative 3 equals 5 times negative 2 plus 7. This 5 times negative 2 is negative 10 plus 7. Negative 10 plus 7 is negative 3 equals negative 3. So that does check out. So you can go back and check every one of them if you're unsure about what you got or your answer. Number 4, I'm going to go ahead and draw my line down. I'm solving for c, so I'm going to move the 2 away. So the opposite of minus 2 is plus 2. So if I add 2 to both sides, it leaves me negative 3c over here and 9 on the left. Once I do that, I know that negative 3 and c are multiplying, so the opposite is to divide. That's going to cancel each other, and it's going to leave me c on the right, and 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. Okay. Number 5. Negative 8 plus p equals negative 29. Okay, so I'm going to draw my line. I'm solving for p, so I got to move everything away. So I'm going to move the 3 away. It's positive 3, so the opposite is subtract 3, or it's adding 3, so subtract 3. It's going to cancel. We have negative 8p, negative 29 minus 3. If you write that to the side, it's leave, change, it's going to be negative 32. Okay, so we have negative 8p equals negative 32. Negative 8 and p are multiplying. So the opposite is to divide. And you got to take that negative sign with it. So that cancels out here and it leaves me p. Negative 32 divided by negative 8 is positive 4. Okay? If I'm going too fast, just pause, start and stop the video wherever you need to so that you can get caught up when you're writing or whatever else you need. Okay, this one is a little bit confusing, so we need to make sure we remember our rules. We're solving for t. Okay, so we have to move everything away. We're going to get that 5 out of here, so the opposite of minus 5 is adding 5. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other. We have negative 5t over here. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. Okay, so everybody, they kind of threw everybody off in class, but anytime you still go through, but anytime you're dividing with a 0, your answer is going to be 0. So if you go ahead and let's just check it just for grins. Negative 5 equals negative 5 times 0 minus 5. Negative 5 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 5 is negative 5 equals negative 5. Looks like it checks out to me. Okay? So let's get through. I'm just going to do these really fast. Okay, because our video is getting kind of long. Okay, remember if there's no sign in front, it means it's positive. So the opposite would be subtract. So 35 minus 7 is 28. 7, that cancels, and then we have 4b. Okay, divide both sides by 4. b is going to equal 7. Okay, and then right here, remember, no sign in front means it's positive, so I'm going to subtract. Still solving for y. 49 minus 16 is 33. Divide both sides by 3. Y equals 11. Then our very last one, negative 9x minus 10. So we're going to move the 10 over, so plus 10. We get 72, negative 9x. Okay, we're going to divide both sides by negative 9. X is going to equal negative 8. So that completes it. If you go through, just make sure, pause and start it back up whenever you need it, whatever time you need. Now you need to make sure you do the back page. There are 12 questions.